Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my latest favorites. So I know it's a little bit of a weird time to do a favorites video because it's not quite the end of November yet, but it's also not really like the end of another month either. So I just felt though that I haven't really shared with you all some products that I've been loving. It's been a while. Obviously I highlight some in my Shop My Stash videos, or I highlight some in my Get Ready With Me videos, but I wanted to just kind of highlight some of my favorites recently, and they're gonna be a mixture of things. I have some older products, I have some newer products, so let's get started. So firstly, for primer. This was in my Shop My Stash not that long ago. This is the Rare Beauty, I believe it's the Always an Optimist Illuminating Primer, and this primer is just gorgeous. I love it so much. I had it in my Shop My Stash recently. It was like maybe 2 rotations ago at this point, and I just couldn't stop using it. I had another primer in my stash. I think it was like the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer, and I kept wanting to go for this one. This one just spreads so beautifully on the skin, and it definitely gives you a glow, but it's more of a healthy glow. It's not going to make you oily. It's not going to make you feel greasy or super dewy. I feel like it gives you a nice glow without it being too much, and I think people with oily skin will still enjoy this product. This is the mini, and I feel like I've used quite a bit of this. I mean, you can see here how much I've used, and I just really like this. I have the Say Super Gel as well, like the glowy Super Gel, and I much prefer this one from Rare Beauty. So I just wanted to go ahead and mention this one. And then for foundation, I feel like you're not gonna be surprised by this one, but the House Labs foundation has also been a favorite. So another thing that I was gonna mention are that some of these products are gonna be from my most recent Sephora haul. And I have had the opportunity to basically try out a lot of these products already. And this foundation, I love. This is really good. This is specifically called the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation, and I do wear the shade 110 Light Neutral, and I do think it's a good shade match for me. And what I like about this foundation is that it gives very good coverage. I would say it's a good kind of middle of the road, medium to full coverage foundation. It definitely has more of a natural finish to your skin, but I like it because it's really good for every day also. So if you're someone who kind of wants more coverage day to day, you like something that's going to be obviously a step up from a tinted moisturizer, this is a great option for that. I know this is a more expensive foundation, and I definitely have a lot of favorites from the drugstore, you guys know that, but I wanted to share an update because I really have been enjoying this one. I have been reaching for it over and over and over again. It's been one that I've just been wanting to reach for over products that are in my Shop My Stash or over products that are in my collection, and it's for good reason. It's a really good one. So wanted to highlight this one. I did pick this up during the last Sephora VIB sale that just happened, and really enjoying it and looking forward to trying more from the brand. For concealer, this concealer is so good. I highly recommend it. For me to recommend a concealer, I feel like that says a lot because I have very finicky under eyes. I have under eyes that are dry, that are crepey, that definitely, you know, I have fine lines. Luckily, I don't have too many bags to conceal or too much darkness to conceal. Obviously, I might have some blueness in like the inner corner, but really there's nothing much when it comes to conceal or concealing things. However, again, I do have fine lines. I do feel like my under eyes are relatively dry, and so recommending a concealer, I feel like, is a big deal for me. And I've been loving this one from Huda Beauty. This is the Huda Beauty Luminous Matte Faux Filter Concealer, and I have the shade Coconut Flakes 2.7N. And I know that I've been talking about this concealer a lot, so I do apologize. And I think I've also used it as my concealer of choice and maybe like my latest Get Ready With Me's, but it's for a good reason. It's just a really good concealer. I feel like it is super full coverage, but it doesn't really crease all that much, especially for it being a full coverage concealer. I feel like it's because it does have more of that luminous matte finish. It's a really good combination of a full coverage, but but also somewhat dewy concealer, and I really think that she nailed it with that formula, or with this formula rather. I really recommend it, and it's also really inspired me to want to try more from the Huda Beauty complexion line. I have heard good things about like her stick foundation. I've heard mixed feelings when it comes to her liquid foundation, but I can now proudly say that the concealer is really, really good. For powder, I wanted to mention this one. I also mentioned it in my last video, which was the drugstore gems video, and this is the L'Oreal Hydra Perfect loose powder. I was like, what am I saying? What is this? This is so good. This is definitely a hidden gem. Pick this up, go to Walmart, thank me later. You will be obsessed with this the moment that you use it. I do have the shade 916 translucent, and this powder is just so smooth and so blurring on the skin. Whenever I got this, I actually got it because I don't need any powders. I don't need anything in my collection. If anything, powder is the one thing it's fine for me to purchase because I fly through them so regularly, because I use loose powder every single day. But the reason I picked up this one was because I was actually at my mom's house and my sister was there, and I didn't bring any makeup. Like, I was staying the night, but I thought we were doing everything that one day, so I had already had my makeup done. Well, we were staying the night and we didn't get to finish doing all that we needed, and we were gonna go to the pumpkin patch, and I wanted to have makeup for that because I wanted to take pictures and like take pictures with my nieces. Long story short, I needed an emergency makeup kind of thing. And so I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to try this loose powder because Emily Noel constantly recommends it on her channel. And so I picked it up, and I'm so glad that I did because it is so phenomenal. And again, it just really does tune out any imperfections on your skin. It has a really nice kind of filter for your skin. It's really soft and lightweight, so really can't recommend that one enough. And then I actually have quite a few cream bronzers to talk about. Firstly, you guys already know that I like this. This is the Milani Liquid Contour, and I have the shade 01 Honey. And this is such a beautiful formula. I feel like a lot of, I don't know, I feel like so many brands do the liquid bronzer, the liquid contoury thing, and I feel like Milani did it right with this formula. This is a lot more forgiving in my opinion than the Charlotte Tilbury one, especially the shade, because the light medium shade, or the fair light whatever shade from Charlotte Tilbury, is so pigmented it can often look muddy on my skin, and so that's partly why I decided to declutter that item. And so this one from Milani I feel like is everything I wanted the Charlotte Tilbury one to be and more. This one, I love the applicator so much more because it's not that screw cap or anything like that. I don't feel like I'm wasting products. This is just, you squeeze it and then you put it, and so I feel like I'm actually using what's on the sponge. So it's similar to the Charlotte Tilbury packaging, but for some reason I just feel like Milani does it better. I feel like it's a little bit easier for me to use it. I would recommend this to beginners and feel fine doing so. So I love this product. Pick it up if you can from Ulta or wherever else they sell it. It's a beautiful product. And then something that I've actually changed my mind about. I didn't think that I liked this at first, and then it was in, I think it was in my last Shop My Stash, and I'm so glad that I decided to roll it in because it helped me figure out how I felt about it. And it's the LAS cream bronzer. This is the No Limits cream bronzer, and I have the shade Motivate. And first off, the packaging is really nice. I love this rose gold packaging. It is a little bit difficult to apply since it is triangular shaped rather than just it being round, but this is such a beautiful cream bronzer. It is so emollient, it is so creamy on the skin, and at first that was something that I didn't like, but then I started to come to appreciate the formula and how creamy it is because it is so quick for me to blend out onto the skin. And the shade Motivate is definitely maybe a little bit lighter for me, but I like that because I don't feel like I'm going crazy or anything with the amount of product. So really enjoy this one, and LAS is a pretty affordable brand at Sephora, so I would recommend checking this one out. And then another cream bronzer, and I got this during, I think it was during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale that happened in the fall. So this past one is this Persona cream bronzer. This is their bronze multi-stick in the shade Dune, and this is a really good formula as well. I've actually, oops, I almost dropped it. I actually have been reaching for this one quite a bit. I just really love how easy it is to use. I just draw it all over my skin or all over my face and blend it out, and it blends out beautifully. I don't have any issues with it lifting up my foundation, or I don't have any issues with it, you know, taking a while to blend out or drying too quickly or anything like that. I feel like it's nice and creamy and blends out really, really nicely. And then finally, when it comes to cream bronzers, the other one is the Makeup Revolution cream bronzer. This is the Ultra Cream Bronzer, and I have the shade Light. I'm sure you could see in the close-up all of the wear that I already have in this cream bronzer. The moment I got this, I could not put it down. This is a beautifully, beautifully formulated cream bronzer. This is like $8. Like, are you kidding me? This is so good. I love this so much more than the OAS one, than the Persona one. The Milk Makeup one is still one of my favorites, but this is just, it's superior in my opinion. It is so creamy. I love the packaging because I just dip my brush in. I don't have to, you know, draw it on my face or anything like that. This is just so good. It is so good. It's the right amount of pigmentation for me. I love the shade Light. I think it works really well for my skin tone. And it's so easy to blend. Something that I'm using right now in my Shop My Stash is the Say cream bronzer, the one from Sephora. I do not like that cream bronzer. Like, I'm so glad again that I do shop my stashes, because I have learned about so many products that maybe I thought I didn't like and now do, or maybe that I thought I liked and now I don't. And that's what's happening with the Say. I feel like I have to dip my brush in so many times to get the amount of pigmentation that I want, and then it starts lifting up my foundation. I am just not a fan of it. This $8 cream bronzer way outperforms that one from Say. So really love this one. I've been obsessed with it. It's one of my latest favorites. Then do I have a blush? Yes, I think I have one. I have one cream blush, and it is again from Persona, and this is the Blush Multi-Stick in the shade Teddy. And I want to say I also got this from the 21 Days of Beauty from Ulta, and this is such a good formula. These blush sticks are so pigmented. I absolutely love them because I apply them on my skin, I blend them out, and then I apply powder on top, and you can still see the blush peeking through. That is what I love about cream products. If a cream product can do that, I know that it's a good formula. That is, if you're asking for my opinion, like, how do you know it's a good cream product? How do you judge a good cream product? That right there is the answer. Do I apply it? If I apply it before powder, if I apply powder, am I still gonna see the cream product? Yes, when it comes to these blush sticks from Persona. Of course, I have a ton of cream blushes in my collection. I actually have a cream blush collection video that I did very recently where I included swatches as well. And I actually was able to kind of highlight some of my favorites. And so this is definitely one of them. The shade Teddy is a beautiful shade for fall as well. So definitely grab this one. I don't know what kind of sales Persona is having for Black Friday, but if you can get a sale for those products, the cream bronzer, the cream blush, highly recommend. Then I have one highlighter, and again, this is from my Sephora VIB sale haul, and it's my Pat McGrath highlighter. I've been really loving this, and I'm so glad because it was definitely pretty pricey. This is the Skin Fetish Divine Glow highlighter in the shade Lunar Allure, and I definitely was inspired to pick this up from Lauren May Beauty here on YouTube. This is a stunning highlighter. It definitely looks very icy in the pan. It looks like it might be too light for me, but once I put it on, it just gives me the most beautiful glow. I don't know if you can see that on the skin, but it is just so stunning. I've been thoroughly enjoying this one, and I've been using more of a kind of like fluffier-ish brush, I guess. This is the brush that I use. It's no longer available, but it's this size. Wet n Wild has one like this. ColourPop has one like that. So that one is from BH Cosmetics, but that's the kind of brush that I've been using with this highlighter, and it works beautifully. It's so smooth on the skin, and the shade is just so stunning, beautiful for this time of year as well. So wanted to mention that because I've been really loving it, and it's basically been the highlighter I've been wanting to reach for ever since I purchased it. Then I have some eye products. So let's get into those. I don't have a ton. I have 4 like eyeshadows to talk about, and then 1 mascara, and then some lip stuff. And so let's keep trucking along. Oh, I do have an eyeshadow palette, I forgot. So let me talk about the palette first. So my Natasha Denona Retro palette. I've been loving this. This is so stunning. And I've been wearing it quite a bit. It's been on my desk because it was in one of my last Shop My Stashes and I wasn't using it. And so I decided to keep it around longer within my like makeup vanity behind me, and I've been reaching for it a lot more. And this is such a good one. I love this palette. Honestly, like I'm so glad that I have a color story like this from Natasha Denona, because I really love purpley, mauvey toned, pinky toned looks. I actually have the ColourPop Orchid You Not palette on my eyes today, and that palette, let me tell you, it was so patchy. It was so hard to work with. I think I'm gonna try to create one more look with it, and if I have the same problem, I'm gonna declutter it, because I have palettes like this. I have the ABH Norvina, first off the original Norvina, and then I also have like the really big Norvina purple palette, and that performs like a dream. And so the fact that I have that one from ColourPop and it doesn't perform well, like why do I want to keep it around? Anyways, I just love this one. It performs so well. I did a look where I used the shade Jude, which is this one right here. It's this beautiful kind of grungy, greeny gray color. Stunning. It was such a beautiful look. I was so in love with it. So I've just been loving this palette. This is probably my favorite Natasha Denona palette, honestly. I really love the Biba palette, of course, but as far as the middies go, I think this one is the best. And then I have some eyeshadows, like single shadows. I talked about these in my, again, Drugstore Gems video. And these are these soft touch eyeshadows from Essence. I've been liking these for really quick makeup looks for work. There are some days where I am really lazy and I just want to slap something on real quick, and these two shades specifically complement each other so well, and I love the look that I come up with when I use these two. So again, these are the Essence soft touch eyeshadows, and I have the shade XO and Eternity. And I just feel like these two shades go so well together because they're kind of like that peachy gray combination. And what I do is basically put this in my, like a little bit on my outer crease. Maybe I'll put like a bronzer or something in my actual crease, and then I'll deepen up the crease with this gray color, and then I'll use this beautiful rose gold shade all over the lid. And these are so affordable, but they complement each other so well. So I've been really enjoying these. It's been tempting to pick up some more, but I think I'm good with these. And then the other two products, they're from the same line. I just have two of them. The e.l.f. No Budge Cream Shadows. I think these are really good. I have two here. I have the shade Canyon and Sand Dune, and these are just cream shadows from e.l.f. And I love these, again, for days when I'm going to work and I'm just feeling really lazy, but I want something on my eyes to look put together, but I wanted something that's going to be quick, easy, but still look effortless, put together, pretty, all of the things. And so these are the two that I have. This one is in the shade Canyon. This one is Dune. Really beautiful, just kind of peachy color. And then I have a more taupey brown color, which is really nice for every day. So I've been really enjoying these. I love the way that they look on the eyes. They're really easy. I just get my finger, blend it onto my eyelid, and call it a day, and that's it. If you really wanted to, you could use these as bases as well, and maybe put on a pretty, like, you know, shimmer or metallic shade all over the lid underneath these, or on top of these, and I think that'll look really nice. So yeah, I've been enjoying these. I've got mine at Ulta. I picked both of mine up at Ulta, but I know on the e.l.f. website they actually have a lot more shades. So if you are wanting to use these more of a base, they have some more like colorful shades. They have like a white as well. So just a tip, but those last all day long. They really don't budge throughout the day, and I feel like they just look so beautiful and so effortless. And then I have one mascara, and it's the Milani Highly Rated Anti-Gravity Mascara. This has definitely been getting a lot of love on YouTube, and it's for good reason. At first, I didn't think that I liked this, especially because I'm not a huge fan of rubber bristled wands. And this one is definitely spiky, but it does have more of that hourglass shape, which I really like. And I feel like that's why I like this mascara. I'm able to really hug my lashes and kind of pull at them, obviously gently and delicately, but I feel like I'm able to kind of build volume and then stretch out to get a little bit more length as well. At first I didn't think I was gonna like this because I don't look for lengthening mascaras because I feel like my lashes are already naturally pretty long. I like something that's gonna give me volume, but I feel like with this one I am able to get both. It's definitely gonna lean more towards lengthening, but I do feel like you can build up the volume with this one as well. So it's also easy to remove. I haven't had any issues with that. I haven't had any issues with it like smearing or, you know, smudging throughout the day. So really enjoying that one. All right, and then I have some lip products. So let's talk about these lipsticks first. So still loving my CoverGirl lipstick. I want to say these are from like the Simply Ageless moisture something lipstick, and I have the shade Elegant Nude. And I've talked about this lipstick a lot on my channel, but it's just a favorite. It is a latest favorite of mine. I use it a lot. This is kind of the lipstick that I throw on whenever I'm running out the door and I want something to just kind of throw on my lips really quickly. Of course, this is whenever I'm wearing a full face of makeup. And I feel like this matches most things. The shade Elegant Nude is a beautiful nude color that leans a little bit more mauve. But I like it. I really enjoy this formula as well. It is so comfortable. I don't have to worry about it fading ugly or anything like that. I feel like it fades gracefully. And because it's very moisturizing, again, it just feels so comfortable on the lips. And I don't have to be embarrassed about how my mouth, like how my lips look or anything like that when I'm drinking or eating or what have you. So love this formula. And then I have been obsessed with this. Like, I feel like I can't put it down. I'm constantly wearing it, and it is my Rare Beauty lipstick in the shade Gifted. So these are the Kind Words lipsticks, I think, and I have the shade Gifted. I did pick this up during like the Sephora like employee, like friends and family sale. That's what it was. And the shade Gifted is this most beautiful red brown color. It is stunning. I have worn this so much since I picked it up. I love the packaging. It's just so luxe feeling, but the shade Gifted is just so beautiful. I highly recommend picking up this shade. Just this shade. There's some others that I want as well, of course, and I have been really impressed with the formula as well, so I might pick up some others, but the shade Gifted has just been my perfect fall lipstick that I've been really wanting to reach for over and over, and I have. And that says a lot for me because I feel like with lip products, I have so many, but I tend to just reach for the same ones, which is so annoying that I keep buying lipsticks. But this one I've been using a lot, and I'm really proud of myself for that. And then the other lip product is also from Rare Beauty, and I just have a mini here, but it is her lip souffles, and I have the shade Fearless, and this is, I believe, a full size in the line. And this lipstick formula is so nice. It's definitely it's definitely a matte lipstick. I feel like lip souffle is the perfect name for these lip products, but what I really like is that they're so much more comfortable than a liquid lipstick. I personally don't have issues with liquid lipsticks. I still wear them. I still like them. Do I reach for them regularly? No, but this is more if you don't like liquid lipsticks, but you like the staying power, this is going to give that to you. I feel like the most comparable item that I can compare this to is probably the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. I feel like they're very comparable to these, but I really love the shades that Rare Beauty has, and I've been enjoying this formula a lot. So I've been using these quite a bit too, especially the shade Fearless is a wonderful color for fall. And then I have one of my Maracuja Juicy Lips. This is specifically from the gift set that came out, like the holiday set that has like 4 of them. Really been loving that set, but my favorite has definitely been the shade Ginger. Ginger is this really beautiful kind of everyday nude color. It's actually the color that I have on my lips right now, and you already know how I feel about this formula. The Juicy Lips from Tarte are so good. I feel like now they're pretty viral, but I've been using these for a while. I just think that they're such a comfortable, hydrating, moisturizing formula. The shades that they have are absolutely stunning. If Ginger is part of the permanent line, pick it up. It's a beautiful nude color. This is kind of like a My Lips But Better color. It's a little bit more obviously nude, a little bit more brown leaning, but it's still perfect with so many looks. I probably wasn't gonna pair this with the purple and the pink look that I have going on in my cheeks and my eyes, but but I was kind of worried about the color I was gonna wear on my lips with the shirt I'm wearing. So anyways, really been enjoying the shade Ginger. Then I have a lip oil, and I have been loving, can't you tell, this Jaclyn Cosmetics lip oil, and I have the shade Rose Drip. I have used so much of this. I feel like putting this in a project pan and just using this because I am almost done with this and I haven't had it that long. I have been using this daily. This is a wonderful lip oil. I love it so much. They're so juicy on the lips. They make your lips look so juicy, so plump, so fresh, hydrated, all of the things you want your lips to look like, these do. And the shade Rose Drip is really nice. She has some other beautiful shades as well. She obviously has probably a clear one too, but these don't give a lot of pigment, so you don't worry about feeling like they're gonna be like it's this bright pink. It's not. It's definitely more of a tint, but these are so nice. I wear these a lot whenever I'm doing my makeup. So before I go in with my makeup, I put these on my lips just to hydrate. That way my lips are getting moisturized throughout the makeup application process, and I've been obsessed with that one and I've been using it a lot. And then speaking of just kind of lip balms again, also I've been loving my Winky Lux lip sleeping mask. This is the Muru Butter lip mask, and I just picked this up because Jessica Braun had talked about it quite a bit on her channel. It smells so good. It's this really nice kind of light vanilla color, but this is just, or vanilla scent, not color. But this is just a really nice lip sleeping mask. It definitely hydrates the lips. It makes your lips feel very nice in the morning when you wake up, really hydrated, moisturized. Like I wake up in the morning and can still feel this on my lips. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it definitely makes my lips feel nice and moisturized. I also don't feel like I have any issues throughout the day with dry lips, which is really nice. So really, really love this lip sleeping mask from Winky Lux. And then also from EOS, this is a lip balm. It's just a very basic kind of like these old school egg-shaped EOS lip balms. The reason I like this and how I like to use this, and I think I got this idea from Emily Noel. She will use these before applying maybe a lipstick that's more drying. So I love to throw this on a little bit before I go in with the Rare Beauty lipstick, not because the Rare Beauty lipsticks are drying, but because this is a deeper color. I want my lips to look really nice and just kind of, I don't know, hydrated underneath, so that this just glides on so beautifully so that I get that nice even pigment. And so I feel like these lip balms from EOS are a thin enough layer of hydration and moisture on your lips that it's not going to interfere with whatever lip color you put on top. And then finally, I did want to mention, of course, my Makeup Revolution setting spray. This is my baby. I love this. I use this so much. This is my Fix and Glow Dewy Finish setting spray, and I have Sarah Rose to thank for this, but this is such a stunning setting spray. This will make whatever makeup you have going on your skin, whether it's looking good, looking bad, look amazing. There are days when my foundation looks like crap, and no matter what, everything is just piling on top of it, so ugly. That's happened before. I'm sure we all have those days where no matter what, our makeup is just not looking good. Like you could prep your skin and you could put on your favorite products, but sometimes makeup just looks bad. It could be maybe because you have more texture that day, or maybe the makeup universe was just not on your side that day. And I feel like this will save the day, this setting spray. So if I'm wearing a more matte foundation, or maybe my skin is looking too powdery, I'll put this on and it'll definitely kind of just melt all of the powders together and blend them into my skin so that it makes my makeup just look really nice and healthy and fresh. I love this. I cannot say enough good things about it. Definitely check this out. And it's not too glowy. I thought for sure, because it has like this shimmer in it, like these shimmer particles, like you could see at the bottom, that it was gonna look very greasy and glowy and shimmery, like I was gonna have like literal glitter on my face, but that's not the case. It is just this beautiful, beautiful glow and dew on your skin that really just pulls all of your makeup together. So anyways, those are a ton of favorites. Those are my latest makeup favorites. So I'm sorry that it's kind of at a weird time, but I wanted to share with you what products I have been loving, the products that I've been reaching towards. These are products that I have been pulling and reaching towards and using over and over again. And you guys know I have a relatively larger collection, so that obviously says something when I use it so frequently. So what have been your latest favorite makeup products? I would love to hear from you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my YouTube channel family here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye!